Hello, beautiful, and welcome to High Vibe Honey for the week of the 20th of May, 2019. I feel like we're getting close to a year of High Vibe Honey, which is very exciting. So I would love for you to celebrate that by subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet, sharing these videos with other people, commenting, liking. All of that stuff helps us to grow the audience so that new people can find this and join in with our badass tapping crew every week. So this week we are really getting into some juicy work around our purpose, our mission, the reason that we are here. And this is just something that I am intuiting. This is something that I've taken a little bit from the cards, but mostly from just, I feel like this is where we need to be putting our attention, is on feeling clear about our purpose and our mission and our presence. And so that's what we're going to be tapping on this week. But before we get into tapping on being really clear about why we're here, which is going to feel so good, let's talk about the cards of the week. So the first card that came up is the Ace of Cups, and we have had this card come up so many times. Now, as you may recall from past readings, aces are about new beginnings, and they're about the very, very, very beginningest of beginnings. The ace is always about planting a tiny little seedling. The ace foretells good things to come in one realm or another, but because it's a seedling, nothing is guaranteed. With an ace and with that little seedling that you drop in the earth, you need to then tend to the seedling in order for it to grow into the thing that you want, in order for it to provide you with the bounty that you are hoping for. So the Ace of Cups is all about emotion, fresh starts around things of emotion. So that means fresh starts around love and relationships, fresh starts around friendships, and fresh starts around creativity. So that could mean anything, right? That could mean that new friendships are coming your way. It could mean that a new love is coming your way, or maybe that you're revamping your relationships right now, your intimate relationships. Or it could be you're starting on a new creative project, or if you work in a creative field, maybe you are expanding your vision of what that could be, and you're dipping your toe into new little areas of creativity with your work. So these cards can be interpreted so many different ways, but this is really about the beginning, the fresh start, the very seedling of that emotional good feeling. And to me, the Ace of Cups is also really about being in the vortex. The vortex defined as that place where you feel really good, where their feelings are really high, there's lots of momentum, and every little step you take feels really good and it builds on itself, and more good things come from that place. That is being in the vortex. That is having momentum. And that is what the Ace of Cups is all about to me. It's about using that forward momentum and using it to propel you into new places. I've certainly been doing this in my own life. This week I was sitting at the Wing in Los Angeles with my assistant Asia, and we were brainstorming and plotting about things for the future. We got on the call with Audrey, who's my fucking queen of operations, and we were making these plans for the year. And the reason it worked and the reason we were all excited is because we're building on the momentum of all the good things that have happened recently. So this card says that to be in the vortex, to have that sense of momentum, you have to take those good feelings and keep building on them. Like I said a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about wanting to start a new project and someone saying to me like, oh, there's no rush, like whatever. No, use the momentum. Always use the momentum. If the muse comes to your bedside, don't tell her you'll fuck her later. So that's what the Ace of Cups is about to me. And that applies to, a fresh start in romance or friendships as well. If you meet someone that you really like, don't play it too cool and refuse to return their phone calls. Or if you meet someone who could be a cool friend, like reach out to them and make plans and use the momentum. You know from your own experience that the longer you leave something, the less excited you are about it. So it's important for us to strike while the iron is hot in every aspect of our lives. If you have a creative idea, act on it. If you meet someone cool, give them a fucking call. Don't sit around and waste the good energy. Like, use it when it comes to you. It's very, very important. So that's what the Ace of Cups is all about to me. Now, our second card is the Ten of Wands in the reversed position. And this is a really interesting card to come on, especially as we're talking about these fresh starts and creativity and all this positive momentum. The Ten of Wands to me asks us, have you taken on a little bit too much? Maybe you have. Maybe you have slightly too many pans in the fire and you're like, oh shit, where do I start? Where do I go? What do I tend to next? Oh my God. So the Ten of Wands in the reverse position says, maybe it's time to delegate some of the things that you are working on. Delegation is a skill. It's one that I am practicing actively right now. It is not immediately easy. Most people are not born delegators. It's something that takes a little bit of time to get your head around. But really, if you want to be successful in your business, especially, delegation is so important because you simply can't do it all yourself. I mean, actually, that's not true. You can do it all yourself, but it won't be very good, and you will only get so far because you only have so much energy, so much knowledge, and so much time. So delegation is a really important skill, and that's what this card is all about. It's like, okay, you may have taken on a lot of things here, and that's fine. It's okay to take on a lot of things, but in order to get them done, you're going to have to outsource some of your energy, some of your skills, some of your stuff. So this card just says, like, you don't have to do it all yourself. I think that's a really important lesson for us all to learn. So many of us feel like, well, if you want something done properly, do it yourself. And that is a very helpful belief to a certain point. And then you'll get to a place in your life or your business where you will realize that you can only go so far by doing everything yourself. Yes, in the beginning, you have to do everything yourself because there's no one else to do it and you don't have the money to pay anyone else to do it. But as you get further and further, you're going to realize you can only go so far on your own. So that old saying of no man is an island is extremely true. You just simply cannot get everything done by yourself. So delegate, delegate, delegate. Now, the other thing about the Ten of Wands in the reverse position is that it says that the challenges that you are facing will soon pass. And that's always a lovely thing to hear. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, you are on the very precipice of it being done. So that's fantastic and good for you. Congratulations. I'm sure you're happy to hear it. Our final card is the Queen of Cups in the upright position. And this follows so beautifully from the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Cups is about that sense of emotional security. And emotional security is an interesting thing because it actually doesn't ever come from anything outside of ourselves. You can't get emotional security from your partner, from your job, from your finances, from your appearance. It doesn't work like that. You can only really get emotional security from yourself and from recognizing how much power you have, from taking responsibility for the things that are going on in your life, and for really realizing that you are the only one who can change things in your life. You're the only one who can improve them, make them different, and get you to those new spaces. So this says to me that this is something that you are coming to a place of reckoning with and really starting to understand. You're really starting to get the fact that, like, no one else can change your life but you, and that always outsourcing, like we did just talk about outsourcing, but we're talking about outsourcing tasks, not outsourcing your self-esteem, validation, how you feel about yourself. That doesn't work. So if you are, waiting for your husband to make you feel good about yourself, or you're waiting for the pay rise because you think that's going to make you feel good, or you're waiting for the baby because you think that's going to make you feel good, I'm telling you, it just doesn't work like that. It never works like that. Nothing external can bring you that sense of security or stability because things that are outside of you are inherently unstable. They are never going to provide you with a sense of security that you can give yourself, and only you can give yourself. So that's what this card is about, and it's just about recognizing your own power and that you are the queen of your feelings and you get to do whatever you want with them. You get to follow the shitty track if you want to. You get to let a shitty thought hijack your whole day if you want to. It's completely up to you. Nobody can stop you. It's totally your call, but you already know how that feels. So my suggestion would be, give that one a miss. The other thing that the Queen of Cups talks about is doing meaningful work, and this follows on so beautifully with the Ace of Cups, which was about creative beginnings and feeling all that excitement about doing something fresh. The Queen of Cups is like, you are here for a reason, the work that you're doing is important, and to just be encouraged and stay on that path because you are really doing the right thing. And another thing that the Queen of Cups says is that people are emotional creatures, and if you really want to connect with them, if you really want to understand them or get the best of them, you need to understand them on an emotional level, which usually means you need to listen to them rather than just talking at them, rather than trying to make them understand you. You need to make an effort to understand them. Then they will feel understood. But they're not going to feel understood if you just yappity yap away. They're not. They're just not going to. That's not how it works. So I love that the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands in the reverse position all came up, because this really speaks to doing powerful work in the world, doing something that impacts others in a positive way, and feeling that excitement, and also being like, okay, just remember you can't do everything yourself. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to outsource some of these things, and to ride the momentum of feeling good and being in the vortex and letting that build you to the next place within what you're doing, letting that excitement and that good feeling carry you into all the things, all the steps, all the things you got to tick off the list so that you can bring this project to fruition. And when I was thinking about what the tapping should be this week, to me, it's really clear that it should be about having a strong sense of purpose and knowing what we're here for. Now, this is a subject that is really like a champagne problem. So if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it's a pyramid, right? And at the bottom of this pyramid is basically the ability to know where you're sleeping, know what you're gonna eat, and know where your money is coming from. And the higher and higher you get up this pyramid, the more you get to the place of self-actualization, which is about who am I? Why am I here? What can I do to better myself and to better the world? And the truth of the matter is that if you're at the very bottom of the pyramid where you don't know how you're going to pay your rent this week, or you really are in a very difficult, dark, emotional place, you don't have the time or the luxury to think about what's my purpose. You just don't. And the idea of thinking about what our purpose is definitely a modern kind of thing. You know, our parents, I don't think they thought much about what their purpose was. Their purpose was to like make some money, put food on the table, raise their children, and don't fuck them up too badly. But we are in a different society where we also have the ability to work in a way that doesn't take up 80 hours a week or even 40 hours a week. We have so much more spare time, leisure time, time to think about ourselves, time to think about what we want our impact on the world to be. And so this is a new thing for us to even be considering. And it's a really interesting thing for us to be considering too. Like, imagine if you had been born 50, 60, 100 years ago. Your daily concerns would be very different to what they are today. And that's not to say that this is indulgent or silly. It's just a sign of the times that this is something that we think about. And it's something that people say all the time. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm here for, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine. But the truth is that you actually do know already. So in this tapping, we're just going to unlock that part of you that feels unsure about it. We're going to do some tapping on knowing what we're here for, on having a clear purpose, on being proud of what we do, and on being here to solve problems in new ways. It's going to be fantastic. So get some water, drink up, and we are going to start on the tapping. We're not going to use the karate chop point. We're just going to start on the top of the head. It's going to be awesome. Here we go. Sometimes I'm concerned about what my mission is. And I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what my purpose is. I know that it's more than just make money. I know that it's more than just go to work. But I feel stuck on what my purpose really is. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe if I thought about it less, it would come to me. Or maybe I don't have a purpose. Is that possible? The truth is that my purpose is just beneath the surface. And all this telling myself that I don't know what it is really just keeping it under the surface. My purpose is actually really clear. My purpose is actually really obvious. My purpose is related to my values. My purpose is related to what I think is important. My purpose is related to what I think there should be more of in the world. And when I think about those things that are important to me, my purpose starts to become clearer. It starts to become really obvious to me that I know what I am here to do. I may not know the technique or the vehicle, but I know what I want to contribute. I know what I want to be known for. I know what I want people to say at my funeral. It actually is really clear to me. I am here to solve problems in new ways. I am here to do something that I am proud of. I am here to do something that helps other people, not just myself. I am here to add value to other people's lives and to have so much fun while I'm doing it. I am here to be creative. I am here to be loving. I am here to bring good to the world. And no matter how I do it, I will continue to love myself, to forgive myself, and to accept myself along the way. Even though I haven't always been clear on my purpose, it becomes more obvious to me every day. And that is so exciting. Okay, deep breath in, hold at the top, and let it go. So good. I'm really excited to hear what came up for you as you were doing that tapping, whether you were like, oh my God, I know what it is. If that's the case, I would love, love, love to hear it in the comments. Please do comment below with what your mission is. And here's the thing, your mission can change throughout your life. And the way that you put your mission into action can change throughout your life. It'll probably change 10 different times. I've done so many different incarnations of what I'm doing now, and it just gets clearer and clearer all the time. So it's not like you have to know exactly how you're going to do it today, but I believe that you already know exactly what it is that you are here for. And it's probably something really simple, but really beautiful, and something that makes you feel calm and at ease, but also joyful and excited at the same time. It shouldn't make you feel excited in an anxious way. It should make you feel excited like, this is a challenge I'm so excited to take on. I have so much to give in this area and I'm fucking ready. Put me to work. Let's fucking go. That's how it should feel. So I would love to hear what your mission is in the comments. And if that didn't come up for you, that's totally fine. As always, we are going to comment with our manifestations, and you're going to comment them in the past tense as if they've already happened. So, for example, I am so happy and grateful that da 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 da. Whatever. My new book was a New York Times bestseller. My new house has a beautiful pool. I met the love of my life and we're getting married and we couldn't be better suited for each other. Whatever it is, put that shit in your comment. I can't wait to hear it. And as always, again, the rule is to like as many other people's comments as possible. Please do that. That's how we build this community. That's how we make each other feel really good. It's so important that it's not just about me, me, me. It's got to be about us as a group. We help each other. That's why this community fucking works. That's why we're so awesome. That's why it's a safe space here. You may have noticed there's no shitty comments on these posts. There's just not. We are a fucking tight-knit, badass group of bitches, and we don't even... Like, our energy is just so good. It's like we're in a disco ball all the time, and only the good stuff can come through, and the bad stuff just bounces off all those mirrors, baby. Love it. So that's your homework for the week. I would love to hear again, obviously, if you know your purpose, your mission, if it's coming clear to you. I want to hear that shit. We all do. It's going to help everybody else. So that's it for this week. I hope you have an amazing week. Remember that this is about planting seeds, getting excited, follow that momentum, and delegate, delegate, delegate. And listen to other people. Don't just yappity yap. Listen. You will learn so much. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye.